Gru is a supervillain, operating out of his suburban home that serves as a front for an underground lair where he, his partner, Dr. Nefario, and thousands of short yellow minions plan their nefarious deeds. Gru drives a polluting jet engine-powered car, has no empathy for kids, and would freeze everybody at the coffee shop, just so he does not have wait in line to be served. Gru has the most ominous-looking house in the neighborhood. He has a ferocious-looking dog named Kyle, who would bite Gru at every available opportunity. Gru's pride is injured when an unknown supervillain steals the Great Pyramid of Giza and is described as making all other villains look lame. The pyramid was replaced with an inflatable replica, which caused worldwide outrage. Gru and his minions stole the Times Square Jumbotron, the Statue of Liberty, the small one from Las Vegas, but nothing compared to the pyramids. Gru decides to go one better by shrinking and stealing the Earth's moon. Gru believes that once he has the moon, governments will give him whatever he wants to get it back. Gru's mother always makes fun of him that he is a failed villain and would never amount to anything in his life. The plan, including a spacecraft, is quite expensive, and Gru seeks a loan from the Bank of Evil. The bank's president, Mr. Perkins, is impressed by the plan, but will only provide the money if Gru can obtain a shrink ray first, which is stored in a secret government lab. Perkins says that the bank has far too much capital in Gru's projects, and with only a few of his schemes turning a profit. While at the bank, Gru meets budding supervillain Vector, who was responsible for the pyramid heist. Vector has other inventions like the piranha gun. While leaving the bank, Gru freezes Vector's head and angers him. Gru and his minions easily steal a shrink ray from a secret base in East Asia, but it is stolen from them moments later by Vector. Gru follows and attacks Vector's plane, but Vector ends up using the shrink ray to shrink Gru's flying car. Gru tries several means to break into Vector's base without success, but notices 3 orphan girls, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, easily walk into the base to sell Vector cookies. The 3 girls sold cookies on instructions of the manager of their orphanage, Miss Hattie, who always discouraged them that the girls would never be adopted, which is what they wanted more than anything in their life. Gru, faking his credentials, adopts the girls from Miss Hattie's home for girls, planning on using them to infiltrate Vector's base. However, Gru has much difficulty nurturing them properly between their own rambunctiousness, their ballet classes, and his own unwillingness to be a parent. Eventually, Gru and the girls successfully reacquire the shrink ray by getting the girls to sell robot cookies to Vector. The girls suggest a day at the local theme park to celebrate, whereupon Gru agrees, believing he can ditch the girls there. To his surprise, he comes to warm up to the girls over the course of the day and takes them back home with him. Later, Gru returns to the Bank of Evil for his loan, but Perkins rejects him again, stating that they would rather see a younger supervillain, such as his son Vector, complete this theft. As Gru mopes about at home, the girls offer the contents of their piggy bank to fund the plan. The minions also pool their resources to fund the moon heist. Gru, inspired, sacrifices parts of his lair to construct the spacecraft. Gru plans to steal the moon when it is nearest the Earth, but this ends up being the same day as the girls' ballet recital. Gru becomes conflicted, and Dr. Nefario, seeing this interfering with the plan, arranges for the girls to be returned to the orphanage. Meanwhile, Perkins informs Vector, who is revealed to be his son, of Gru's current possession of the shrink ray, prompting Vector to take action on thwarting Gru's plan. Gru proceeds with his plan to steal the moon, successfully shrinking it to fit in his hand. Gru realizes he can still make the girls' recital, but he arrives too late and finds that Vector has kidnapped them and demands the moon as a ransom for their return. Arriving at Vector's fortress, Gru surrenders the moon to Vector, but Vector refuses to give back the girls. Enraged, Gru storms Vector's fortress, intent on revenge. After Gru sidesteps all of the fortress's defenses, Vector panics and activates his escape aircraft. Meanwhile, Dr. Nefario has discovered that the shrink ray is not permanent, and that an object the size of the moon will return to normal size within hours. The bigger the size of the original object, the faster it reverts to its normal size. As the moon starts to expand in Vector's ship, Gru, Dr. Nefario, and the minions pull off a daring mid-air rescue of the girls just as the moon explodes out from Vector's ship and launches itself back into orbit. Vector is trapped on the moon as it regains its full size. Sometime later, Gru has readopted the girls and treats them as his family, and he writes them a bedtime storybook framed around his own experience. Margot hugs Gru, telling him she loves him, which he then hugs her back, saying the same. Gru's mother is finally proud of him. The girls perform their own ballet recital for Gru, his mother, Dr. Nefario, and the minions, with the movie ending as they all get on stage to dance to You Should Be Dancing. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you on the next recap.